Hello, let us have a cup of coffee and talk about happy things, Sophia. I'm so excited for our get together today. We have very good news to share with everybody. What's the good news?
The good
It's good news for
is
you and
it's
for all of
for
us.
all of us. Finally, it came to life. My latest book, Flying Home, Soul Stories for the Little One Within. I'm so excited beyond words about the birth of my last baby. It feels like
Your latest,
my
because I'm
latest.
sure some more is coming for sure.
If it's meant
So
to
much
be, it will
wisdom in
be.
you. We want, we demand more.
So be it. So yes, today we will talk about stories, about the storybook, and
Yes. Let me show the book a little closer. Flying Home, Soul Stories for the Little One Within. I would like to show you also the back cover. Look at this beautiful picture. Look at the smile. I can see the soul. When I look at this picture, I can see your soul, Sophia.
mm, it is
And
in its pages. It carries my soul as well.
and I want to
And
show another picture. This is another picture that I took of Sophia a couple of weeks ago when she first presented her book. Do you notice anything in those two pictures? Did you notice something beautiful? Sophia celebrates life with every occasion, and it doesn't have to be a special occasion. She likes to wear flower crowns, and I saw pictures of you dancing around the fire, and you also had a flower crown. That's why I want to celebrate you, and I'm going to wear a flower crown for this
let's
video,
this.
and you do the same.
Let's play. I do love life and flowers and fire and everything. It's part of it. And the crown and the flowers are also for the little one within. This book, it's for the little one within, for the child part of us that we each carry that part within us. And it carries our essence. It helps us return home. So the title of the book, Flying
It's
Home.
beautiful.
Yes, home. It's not just a place. It's a state of being. We are at home. We feel at home when everything feels just right, when all our searches, all our hard work, all everything that we want, finally it's here. We are here. And with that comes the state of, first of all, restfulness, as opposed to restlessness, restfulness, the unbounded rest, where we can just be in love, in peace, in joy as well,
Enjoy.
celebrating life, celebrating our existence.
I was lucky enough to read this book before it came out. I read it. I was so impressed. I was so impressed. This book holds within its pages the essence of spirituality. When you read this book, you have the feeling that there is a sage who is guiding you with grace and with compassion on a healing journey for the inner child. You manage, Sophia, to blend masterfully psychological insights with spiritual guidance through storytelling. How did you do that? How did the idea come to you? It's genius.
Thank you. As all genius ideas are coming, they come through inspiration. We are devised that they are coming through us, but it's beyond ourselves. And at the core, I'm a therapist. I am a healer. This is my vocation, and I do it in every way possible. This time I chose completely the way of the heart.
This is a book that speaks to the heart.
It
It
is.
speaks to the heart.
Yes,
This is a
yes.
gift. That's why I said I have good news for you and us, because this is a gift for all of us.
It is a gift for me as well. I've been working on this for I think about 7 years. It seems that this is the time frame, the labor that.
Do you know how many stories you have in all?
I
Did you
haven't
count? No.
counted them. I haven't counted them, but the stories. So the stories are not. Some of them I created them, but many of them are not my creation. I just gather from the fountain of wisdom, of universal wisdom, and the idea was. The purpose of this story was to join us in this personal journey that we each can take, a journey for the heart, for the mind, for the body, and especially for the soul. A journey of returning home to where we truly belong. To that, again, it's a state of being. It's not, it could be a place as well if we are connected to that. But beyond the physical place is the state that it's inside of us, and we can access it at any time. We can return home at any time. A journey that it takes us when we feel lost, especially and we want to live on a journey. It's very good to have a map. It's very useful.
Okay, tell us about the map. Tell us about the map, the
So,
pyramid.
yes, the map of consciousness developed by the American psychiatrist David R. Hawkins, and it's an amazing map. Again, on one hand, the map is not the territory, so we have to keep that in mind. That whatever it's on the map, it's ultimately through our direct personal lived experience that we can touch those places and experience those places or states of being directly.
What do these numbers mean?
So this map developed by David R. Hawkins, um, um, it's a map from 0 to 1,000, and each level is each state of consciousness. It's reflected.
It's a state of
It's a
consciousness.
state of consciousness, and each state has a certain frequency or a certain energy vibration. He designed it from 0 to 1,000. Of course, this is unlimited, but in the human realm, um, based on how much at this point in our human evolution, our nervous system can contain the energy, the intensity of the energy. This is on the human scale. And it starts with the lower vibration states that keep us trapped, keep us in suffering, keep us in struggle and searching and never arriving. And it's the pain, it's the suffering of our human condition here on this earth. And then once we transcend them step by step, the vibration, the energy, it's increasing, and we connect ourselves with higher and higher frequencies, and they uplift us, and we take flight. We take flight. The hardest part is just like an airplane
and
is
then,
to
and then we're flying home.
Exactly.
I would like to give a taste of the stories. So you said about the numbers, the frequencies. I chose a short story, and it's in the land of anger, and the number is 150. So it's very long, right? I love how you explain here. It's the psychological part, the psychology part, and you explain the state of anger. with characteristics, negative beliefs, emotions, attractions, metaphors. What I love is the quote you said you gave the quote of Ambrose Bierce, and the quote says, "When we are angry, we make the best speech we will ever regret." I love that the book is packed with wisdom, with pearls of wisdom. So many quotations. Look, Lao Tzu, and I chose to read for you the story called "What's in Your Cup." And the quote here is from James Allen: "Circumstances do not make the man, they reveal him." This is so true. You are holding a cup of coffee when someone comes along and bumps into you or shakes your arm, making you spill your coffee everywhere. Why did you spill the coffee? Well, because someone bumped into me, of course. Wrong answer. You spilled the coffee because there was coffee in your cup. Had there been tea in the cup, you would have spilled tea. Whatever is inside the cup is what will spill out. Therefore, when life comes along and shakes you, which will happen, whatever is inside you will come out. It's easy to fake it until you get rattled. So we have to ask ourselves, what's in my cup? When life gets tough, what spills over? Joy, gratefulness, peace, and humility? Or anger, bitterness, harsh words, and reactions? You choose. Today, let's work towards filling our cups with gratitude, forgiveness, joy. Just like our organs, our anger is part of us. When we're angry, we have to go back to ourselves and take good care of our anger. We cannot say, "Go away, anger, I don't want you." When you have a stomachache, you don't say, "I don't want your stomach, go away." No, you take care of it. In the same way, we have to embrace and take good care of our anger. And the source, Sophia, is Thich Nhat Hanh from Taming the Tiger Within. This is one of the wisest people that ever lived. Vietnamese monk, um, a Zen master. He was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. So he just walked the planet trying to bring peace or to teach peace. I loved this. I want to say that every story in this book is a lesson. These are not stories to put children to sleep. On the contrary, these stories will awaken us. They will awaken us. So I chose this story about anger because anger is so easily triggered these days. We see political divisions. Look what's going on in the world. We see hateful social media, and our society, our modern society, has so much stress. Many people react impulsively and they spread negativity. And the challenge for us is to cultivate patience and try to change negativity into positivity. So after reading this story, what do I learn from this? I said every story is a lesson. This is a profound parable that illustrates emotional awareness. We have to be aware of what is inside of us. It's a metaphor for how we react to what happens to us based on what we carry within. I love it. So the coffee in the cup is a metaphor for our emotions, and what spills out of us in difficult or challenging situations is not caused by what is happening to us, but by what we carry within. So if we carry anger, frustration, resentment, these emotions are what people are going to see. If our emotional cup is filled with joy, with love, peace, with understanding, this is what we are going to present to the world. Now I see my hair is messed up. So if we are aware of this, we can place negativity with positivity.
Yes.
So a little bit of self-reflection, what's in our cup, what
Even
spills
this moment right now,
in this moment, I can feel
state,
love
it's,
and peace and joy. I feel joy. I think this is
we
the
are
main.
connecting on the frequency of joy, the two
yes.
of us. Yes.
So how do we react when we are provoked? What comes out of us? Because everybody will be hit in our lives, right? With one challenge or another, bigger or smaller, but it's very important how we react.
That's right.
This is a very powerful lesson in emotional intelligence.
And you said it's so
Everybody
well.
says emotional intelligence is more important than the IQ, right?
It's true. Researchers show that actually the success in life depends 80% of the emotional intelligence and only 20% of the cognitive one, which is so unfair because we are so trained and we practice so much, we work so much on the cognitive intelligence, but it can be.
I think this is fair. What's unfair is that people think this is what is most important.
They're both important. They're both,
not the most.
but but the emotional one can.
So, yeah, would you like to read a story maybe from a higher frequency?
No, all of them. So each story carries a higher frequency. It's supposed to help us no matter where we are. So if we are in a state of anger, it's supposed to uplift us. Like this story itself, it's on a high frequency because if we are in that state, it gives us, first of all, the awareness, like, oh, okay, that's what I have in my cup right now. And it is in my power to choose. If I have a bitter liquid in my cup, it's up to me. It's my choice to cleanse it and pour the sweet
That's why I
liquid
said we have to choose to know how to change, to transform the negativity.
Exactly. And we don't need to transform outside. It's only our cup. It belongs to us, and what we cultivate there, it's like a garden. You see your cups with the flowers. It carries a little garden inside, and we choose what's in there. And sometimes we need to pull out the weeds that are covering the good ones, and so the story that each story in the book, it's very dear to my heart. It's but I will choose a story from the frequency of joy. We are in joy. We are in the playfulness mode, and we can find joy in everything that we look around, every circumstance. So there is in the story that I'm sharing, there is this little girl.
Can you read it? Maybe read it.
Tell it.
You will tell it?
I will tell it.
Okay.
Yes, I love to really tell them.
Okay.
So this little girl, one of us, and she just started school, and she's so excited about school, and she now believes that once starting school, I'm a big girl now, and she makes a claim to her mom that I want to walk home by myself from school. So the mom, of course, is struggling herself to give her a little bit more room, more independence, to allow the little girl to grow up, and finally said, "Okay, you will walk by yourself home." But of course, the mom, she's in the background, and when the girl leaves school, she hides somewhere, but she watches her little girl coming home. So one day, the little girl, she leaves school, and as soon as she leaves, a storm starts. Weather starts trembling, and it starts raining and pouring and thunderstorms and lightnings, and the girl keeps walking, and she has no issue with the rain. She enjoys the rain. It's a free shower, and everybody on the street was trying to find shelter and hiding. The mom started worrying, but the girl had no problem. She kept walking. She kept enjoying the rain. And not only that, but every time there was a thunderstorm and lightning, she would stop, she would raise up her head and put a big smile on her face. And then she kept walking. So mom was getting more alarmed, and it's like, what's going on? And the storm was getting worse. And finally, the girl kept doing the same thing. Every time where there was a lightning, she would stop, raise up her head, put a big smile on her face, and then she would keep going. So finally, the mom alarm goes to her. It's like, okay, I see you walking. You're supposed to get shelter. Like, what are you doing? Why are you running in the rain through the storm? And why in the world would you stop, especially when there is a thunderstorm or lightning? Why would you stop, raise your head, and smile? Like, what's that all about? And the girl patiently, calmly, joyfully, it's like, Mom, what do you mean? It's lightning. God is taking pictures of me, so I have to put a big smile on my face.
Beautiful story.
This is also a story just like the cup story. It is our tremendous power, how we respond to the weather outside, to the circumstances outside. Whatever we carry in us, if we carry joy, if we respond with what we choose to respond to the right state that it's beneficial to us, then we truly can be at home no matter what. We can truly be in joy, be in love, be in peacefulness with everything, and it doesn't fluctuate based on the weather or the circumstances, and nobody can really take away the power over what we bring from our cup, no matter how others react, what they carry within themselves. So these stories actually they are stories. They are
Yes, you're right.
presented at different levels of consciousness in the book, but the message is the same, that it is up to us, and we always have this power, this choice. How do I respond? I can respond with joy no matter the weather, and that's my choice.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. This is a must read for anyone who seeks peace, emotional healing, right, and growth. Um, I think it's a very good resource. It would be a very good resource for teachers. If I were still teaching, I would use this in class. Um, because teachers, parents, guidance counselors, therapists, they can use stories from your book and inspire young minds so that when they grow up, they won't need to heal the inner child. Where can they find the book?
It's on Amazon, Amazon Canada, Amazon.com as well. It is a resource. It's with stories again for us. It is also a bedtime storybook as well. So my one of my wishes for this book is that everybody who has it can keep it on their bedtime table, and at nighttime when I go to bed we can just rapidly
the children won't go to sleep because it's interesting.
it helps us relax and fall. The body falls asleep, but the soul, the mind gets awakened even in our sleep. So it
So
puts us
beautiful.
to sleep. The body is put to sleep. It's relaxed, it's soothed, it's feel embraced in love. But the mind, the soul, in this relaxed state, peaceful state, starts waking up and receiving, absorbing the wisdom, absorbing the love, the guidance, and everything that each story carries within it.
Yes. Sophia, thank you so much. I hope a lot of people will read your book. All the sources are, I would say, they should be the real influencers. These people, the wise people, should influence us and our children and everybody. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
today.
Thank you,
Thank
Danuta.
you.
Thank
Bye,
you,
everyone.
everyone.
Be
Thank
reading.
you. I need my glasses.